Oh, thanks for joining me for another kind of a little live thing. I was going to do like a brewery showcase for Brick, but it's more than 7 beers, and yeah. So I thought I'd just do a load of kind of live stuff to stick. I've got a few beers sitting around in the fridge. So the Brick Brewery. We'll go straight into a screen share then, and then see how hopefully it works. Let's see here. Is that going to work? Do I need to share that yet? Share that. Is that right? We'll find out in a minute. Wrong page, but here we are. So let me just see. Is that working? I don't even know. So you can see me. So let's try and muck around here and see if that works. Whole screen. I think that's going to work. There we are. There we are. There's no one watching, so it's all good. Not all good, but you know what I'm saying. Right, enough waffle. So we'll go back up to the top, to the home page then. These guys have been around since 2013. They're out of Peckham, London. When it pops up, you'll be able to see it. All these links are down below for the brewery, all their social media outlets, etc. So yeah, I mean, been a fan probably since 2017. When me, Rob, and Jake went to one of their markets in London. I can't even pronounce it. It's just outside Liverpool Street, anyway. So yeah, basically it all started like most breweries do these days, in a shed. And they were first born in 2013, and literally right next to, as it says there, Peckham Rye station in South East London. Pretty damn cool. They're very kind. I always remember when our first introduction to them, they gave us a load of beers to try, and we kind of done some sort of review kind of things on site, and it was pretty damn awesome. Since then, that was November of 2017. Become more into sour beers myself, and these guys are producing some absolutely banging sours. They've got a tap room there, as you can see. So if you're around tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m, go right ahead, just outside the station. And they've got like 20 taps on. I can't remember. Yeah, me, Jay, the Good Be Alive crew, we went there. Yeah, pretty damn cool. Like to stay there a bit longer, but when you're touring around London and stuff, you don't get to try or stay in some places. You got other places to go, kind of thing. But this is their core range beer. Then they've got a recent beer out. It's Peckham Session IPA, which is absolutely banging. Done a review of that recently. I don't know if that's going to add to the lineup or not, but as you can see, it ticks through. And yeah, all over social media. I think their recent sour is this one. Is there rhubarb? I'm going straight to Instagram for this one. So yeah, a rhubarb sour. That's pretty damn cool. I've don't think I've had that one, but I think that's the latest in their Kettle sour series. But yeah, they produce some great stuff. So anyway, let's get rid of that a minute. Go back to just have a look. I'll show you this after. So that's the shop where you can go and buy their bits and pieces. So I'm going to if you're in Brighton tomorrow, Unbarred have just got launched their tap room and brewery weekend. So and featuring one of the breweries that they're showcasing is the Brick Brewery. So along with Colonel and a few other breweries there. So check that out if you're down that way. So I'm going to stop sharing this now, and then 4 people watching. 4 people watching. What's all that about? We'll get into the beers in a minute, and we'll see what the comments are. Got Rory. How you doing, mate? All cool. And he's drinking a Daya Finback Collab. 5% pale. Really good. Need to try more brick. Yeah, I mean, there, as I say, I've reviewed this recently, but I haven't put it out yet. But this is a very good beer. I've had this on draft. It's only, like I say, as it says, a Peckham Session IPA. What's the ABV on it? I can't remember. 4.2, but yeah, really, really impressive beer for the style of beer, for me at least. Anyway, so we got my brother Rob for over at Hopsy. Yeah, love Brick, best kettle sales in the UK without a doubt for me. They just, very rarely kind of miss when it comes to them sort of beers for me. So yeah. And they're saying hello to each other. So let's go straight into this then. Enough waffle. So I'm going to start with the. Let me get the banners up. It's just easier for me to do this, and it's in review kind of numbered order. So there we go. There's the artwork for it. So it's a melon and rose sour, 2.8%, brewed with Cantaloupe and Honeydew melons and rose petals. So yeah, nice looking thing. 330ml can. This one's best before the 16th of November of 2019. So I had a few of these beers when they've actually been down to the Ravensgate Arms, which is where I purchased this in Ramsgate. My first beer of the day as well, so I'm gasping for a beer. I had this on tap, I think it was this one. Let's put it all in. And yeah, it was pretty damn awesome. So there we go. Beer in a glass then. Yeah, kind of a light kind of, I don't know. I like rose petal. No, not really, but it's got that kind of, I mean, it's looking very kind of yellowy straw colour on camera, but it's actually a little bit darker than that. It's more that colour once you get away from the light. But yeah, nice looking beer, hazy. Just getting an aroma. Let's go straight in. Yeah, nice, subtle. The slight sweetness, maybe from the honeydew, I'm not sure. Yeah, a little bit zesty. Light kind of aroma as you kind of expect, but yeah, subtle, but hopefully it'll be effective on the taste. So cheers. Ultra refreshing. I mean, it's one of them. It's just a crushing beer. It will. You'll crush this in. As he looks at his invisible watch. Yeah, you could, if you're really thirsty, needing something, to replenish your sweat reserves, which I do in this weather, hate it, then this would not last very long if you was absolutely gasping for a beer, for sure. Super crushable. You're not got to worry about the ABV, because that's just like, yeah, mind you, it tastes like lots of other beers these days, but this is actually a low ABV beer. And it's just ultra refreshing, very clean, very crisp. I'm getting that hints of, I'd say it's honeydew, slight kind of sweetness thing going on. Yeah, I could drink this before I even open the next one, kind of beer, Yeah, I mean, it's just, there is that kind of, I don't know if it's rose water. It says petals, but I found a lot of these kind of infused beers with kind of rose. I've had one or two, and they've generally been rose water. I mean, I don't know. about this one. I haven't really gone crazy into research, etc. But it just says brings off floral aroma and delicate herbal flavour that lifts the fruitiness and allows both flavours to blossom. Funnily enough, I like the gag there with the rose petals. But dried rose petals, it actually says on the can. So there you go. Ingredients, the usual kind of stuff you would expect. Definitely got water, barley, wheat, hops, water, yeast, cantaloupe, melon, honeydew melon, dried rose petals. And the allergens are obviously wheat and barley. Yeah, across social media, everything's down below if you're interested in stuff like that. But yeah, that's a really pleasant beer. We'll come back to that in a little while. Let's look at some comments. We have 3 that's flashing up on my screen. They did an Imperial Stout too not long ago, which sounded good. I've actually probably got it down in the fridge. I might do that a bit later on in the autumn. I can't remember what it's called. Can't remember. Lots of pausing. Lots of clicking off, watching live. Hopefully it works. They done an orange and fennel Imperial Stout, 9% ABV. I don't know if that's the one you mean, but I've got that downstairs in the fridge. It's basically that. Is that going to work? No. It's all weird. Yeah, that's the one. I've got that downstairs, but I picked it up at the same time as the third beer I'm going to be trying tonight. So that's that beer. It's not bad. I mean, it's what I was expecting, and I'm happy for that. So that's pretty cool. Rob's had this beer on, excuse me, keg, nice stuff, and it sure is a damn nice beer. That I will, some of these beers you think, oh, that's so good, and then it's just like a limited release, but they're starting to slowly pick out 1 or 2 that people have been going crazy over and bring them back, like the rhubarb sour, which I think was their first one, I believe, was it April or May of 2017 they first produced that. But yeah. And Rory comes back with a lovely beer for the weather, I would imagine. 100%. Just crushing it. They're crushing it. So am I. The one I'm thinking of is different. Okay, fair dues. Yeah, I mean, it's just keeping up with everything, isn't it, these days? It's just there's so many breweries, so many beers, and you could spend your whole life looking at news of beer releases and stuff. It's which I generally do, to be fair. But anyway, we've got no more comments, and they seem very creative with their sours, and they certainly are. Mate. Yeah, really cool. Right, so we will go on to the second beer, which is the citrus sour. As it's on screen, while I'm looking at the can for the ABV, 4.3% ABV, and as you can see, it's brewed with grapefruit, oranges, and lemons, dry hop with cenntenial hops. So there you go. There's the snazzy looking can. I do like the artwork on these cans. Are pretty damn cool. So a bit more poke to this one then, a 4.3%. I purchased this one at the Ravensgate Arms as well. It's coming towards the end of its kind of shelf life. I bought this in May. It's actually survived a pretty big heat wave, all of my sours. So I thought we're kind of in this zone of warm weather at the moment. So I thought I'd bring out the sours. So any other information? Made with water, molded barley, oats, wheat, hops, yeast, lactose, orange, lemon, and grapefruit. Brewed and canned by Brewery, blah, blah, blah. That's it. Let's crack on with this one then. I think I've had this before. I'm pretty sure I've had this before. I had it on draft. Let's get a glass. My Gad's glass. Free plug for my local brewery. It's filled right to the very top as well, which is weird. So you go to crack it open, it just splutters everywhere. Bit more carbonation in this. Leave that little bit there. Try not to spill it over the laptop. So we've got half a finger loosely packed bubbled head. God, that's loud. Got the window open. Motorbike, but yeah, slightly hazy. Kind of, as again, very similar to the first beer, but with more carbonation. Sort of same-ish sort of colour. Hue, straw, light orange, if you like. Let's get an aroma then. I'll definitely get that kind of dry, piffy lemon. Citrusy, yeah, but quite mellow. Maybe. I mean, I don't think there's anything in this. Maybe apart from the Centennial hops that have possibly fallen off a tad, but whatever. It's a beer. It's hot, and it's a summery-looking beer, so. That's all in there now. It's hazed up a little bit more. That kind of cloud of sediment wafting down the glass. Let's go straight in with a taste then. Cheers. I'll get to the comments in a sec. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow, right. Oh, that's nice. It wasn't coming through on the nose so much, that kind of citrusiness. Maybe it's because it's just out of the fridge or whatever. But the taste is very kind of, it's definitely a very piffy kind of, I don't know, maybe like a piffy Valencia orange, very juicy. Wow, that cuts through any kind of. Let's have a drink of water. I should have done this before I ended it. Never mind. Got a pint of water in, just ignored it. That's why I ignored it. Let's go again on a cleaner palate. That's more intense than the first mouthful, thanks to the water, which is cool. I think with sours, if you want that first, not that I do it, but I can see why some people do it. Have a first taste of that sour, have a swig of water, and it's almost like you're almost keeping that first taste of that sour every sip if you have a bit of water in between. Something I've done before. But yeah, whatever. Back to the beer. Enough waffle. Or I'll get to the comments. 7. Okay. Very refreshing. Very refreshing. It's got like a not honey, but it's got some kind of sweetness or something going on in there. Maybe that's, I don't know, sweet orange, grapefruit. Very citrusy, as you'd expect, hence the name. 4.3, as I already said. Yeah, nice beer, nice looking beer. I love as I said, I've said this already, but yeah, the artwork is pretty cool. A bit out of focus. It needs to be out in focus there, and you can't see it, so it is what it is. But yeah, nice. I think my good buddy Jake done a review of this, pardon me, in the last 3 or 4 months, I think. I'm pretty sure he did. I remember watching that. So go check out Jake O'Beer and, of course, Brother Rob. Let's get to some comments then. And here we go, more noise. been quiet all day, and then you go online at like nearly 11 o'clock at night, and you get idiots on bikes going up and down the road. Yay! Mr. Codes, how you doing, sir? Oh, right, yeah, my good friend Harry had that today. Yeah, I'd stick to that if I was you. Got it from the brewery the other week. Ah, right, yeah, he was down at the brewery today, I think. So, yes, and this is definitely it's got a bit more ABV, a bit more body to it. It's just cracking. It's just a cracking beer. I mean, it's saying the best before the end of August, but yeah, I mean, I'd drink this and up until the autumn if it's hot. Cracking stuff. I mean, I could probably drink a couple of them, I reckon, but then I want something else, kind of thing. So yeah, colours like peach, barley, water. Yeah, I mean, it's very similar to the first one. I don't know if you saw that. I mean, this is the first beer. It's got a bit more carbonation, although it's died down a bit now. That is the first beer, and this is this beer. So yeah, peach water, if you like. Pretty cool, but lovely beer. So yes, it certainly is a bit like that. Robin says, yeah. I mean, I don't generally tend to drink much. I drink more water than squash, and I'm not keen on fizzy drinks. So, but yeah, a bit more chat going backwards and forwards there. Stu C, good evening, buddy. How you doing? Hope you're having a nice. I hope everyone's having a nice bank holiday weekend thus far. Right, so that's all of that wrapped up for a second, and so yeah. These two beers I purchased at the Ravensgate Arms in Ramsgate. So if you're in the local area, these beers aren't around now, but they've got lots of other great beers there. But yeah, every time to time they get some brick in. So if you're local, go down there, check them out. And we will get on to the final beer, and then we'll head back to the first beer. So I'll remember this time. I think you've reviewed this one, Robin. Yeah, I'm reviewing this. I think you've done it a couple of months ago again, or whatever. But yeah, so here's the beer we're on now. There's no comments at the moment, so we'll get back to that after this beer. So this is, as you can see on screen, lime and habanero pale ale. And you go on Taps, is American pale ale. So, be a good style for say a Mexican pale ale, really, in celebration of Mexican heritage. I've actually been there. I'm probably going to butcher it up, so I'm not even going to bother. It's near Cancun. I've been to Playa del Carmen, which is just to the south, near the Mayan ruins. Oh, when was that? 2007. So yeah, fresh lime, zest, and habanero chilies adds to a refreshing, zesty lift and sweet, mild spice from the recognisable Mexican flavours. So that's it. Best bit for the end of its shelf life. I can't be bothered to look for it. So 330ml can that didn't go anywhere when I opened it, so that's cool. So beer in a glass. So this one. So I left this one till last for obvious reasons. So it's coming out a little bit darker, I'd say. So 4.4%. So yeah, also I did do some research on this, as you can see on screen, which reminded me, of course, HBC 472, which found out is a sister hop to the new Sabro hop, which I think is a fantastic hop. I know you do, Rob. I had a beer from Left Handed Giant a couple of weeks ago in it. Had that in it. Just fantastic hop. Anyway, back to this beer. So yeah, definitely a darker looking beer. Yeah, it is darker. Trust me. That's what it's looking like. Got a light there, so it's making it look a lot. You can see the change in the colour. A lot lighter than it appears. So it's got a bit more kind of body to it, almost looking. Let's get an aroma. Here comes the next bike. What's going on? Bike convention at 11 o'clock at night. Definitely getting some kind of spice. Florally spice. Is it chili? You get visions in your head of some beers, I find. Once you know what's in it, of course. A mystery beer, you wouldn't have a clue. Definitely, yeah, probably you are picking up chili, to be fair. I reckon if you was blindfolded, you'd pick that up and think, oh, what's that? Very subtle, though. I mean, it's still cold. Probably almost, I can tell almost certainly I'm going to get a little bit in the taste, so that's cool. But hopefully, what range of kind of that habanero chili is it going to be? Is it going to be mid-range? Is it going to be stupidly like brown? Or is it going to be just subtle? I'm hoping it's that. Cheers. Wow. Okay. First taste. Let's see if it builds on a few other mouthfuls. Oh, look at that. Nice kind of one finger creamy looking head now. As I rock the beer backwards and forwards. Yeah. Let's go for another taste. It's got a kick on the back end. It's got that initial like, what's that? And then there's that spicy chili mix. I can feel it on the palate still. It's just a little bit. It's just letting you know it's there kind of deal. It's nice though. I did see it best before. It matters really, but let's try and get it everywhere. Nothing there, nothing there. Who cares? It's drinking really nice. Is it the best beer to have when it's a heat wave? Probably not. It's very nice though. There is a medium heat, I'd say, to this. Whether or not this kind of heat varies from kind of part of whatever part of the tank the actual beer has come from. Sometimes that can happen, I guess. Whereas if it's a can, say from the top part of the barrel or whatever, I suppose it runs through the bottom. So I don't know what I'm talking about. But I don't know. You know, I'm thinking, is there a variation in the heat of this batch? This is pretty nice. I'm really enjoying it. It's a nice change up as well. And I'm sweating. Yeah, great time to do that. But yeah, I wanted to try it for. I picked this one up at the Source Market at King's Cross or St Pancras. So I was like, oh. I saw it. I saw the pattern. I thought, oh, it's another sour. I'll grab it. And I looked at it. I was like, it's a lime and habanero pale ale. One comment here. Let's have a look. Hello, Vanessa. How are you doing? Hope you're having a good evening or afternoon or wherever you are. And that's it. No other comments. Bit of a mouthful of water. Easy for me to say. So we'll go back to the first beer and just a little kind of recap. And I'll probably give ratings of these as I'm kind of here now. So this is the first beer, the Melon and Rose Sour from Brick. Do check them out on their social media platforms. Go back to that, give it a rating then. That I can still taste them chilies. Kind of gives you an idea of the level that last beer or the last of the 3 beers I was on. So back to this one, original. It's a lovely beer. It's God, them chilies. I can feel it. It's very subtle, but it's super crushable. Super crushable. I'm going to give this like a 7 out of 10. So that's a 7 out of 10 for the beer on screen now. Very nice. So we'll leave that one over there. Very nice indeed. Very nice. Oh, wow. I'm sweating like anything. So back to, I'll do this one and then I'll go and see what's available on their website. So the second beer, the citrus sour. That one. Straight away. It's got more going on with it than the previous or the first beer, the Melon and Rose Sour. A bit more of ABV. That's drinking really nice. Really nice. As Rob said earlier, perfect summer beer. Quencher. Crusher. Drink it. If you see next, I mean, it's not out at the moment. They probably, I don't know if they will release it again this year or not. Probably not, but I would imagine. I mean, they brought this beer out at least 2 batches. I'm sure they've done 2 batches of this beer. I think they've done one last year and one this year. So I'm guessing that perhaps it's just an annual kind of release of this one. So next year, if you're looking for a citrusy sour type beer, get on this. It's just it's fantastic. It really is damn good. So for rating for me on this one, I'm going to give this a, I'm going to give this a an 8 out of 10 or a 4 out of 5. It's pretty damn nice. Yeah, for sure. Right, let me just, because I've got all this on screen, I completely forgot to do it because it's like you just forget. You get really interested in the beer and the tasting and stuff. So right, so let me just quickly do this. This is something I normally do on what do you call it? Good Beer Live. So here's the first beer then, the Melon and Rose Sour, 2.8%. As you can see, it's had 433 total check-ins, 35 in the last 30 days, 160 ratings counted, and it's coming in at 3.58. So I'll give it a 3.5. Yeah, it's solid. It's absolutely solid. I mean, okay, I mean, it's subtle. I mean, it depends what you're looking for within a sour. I understand if you like a little bit more things going on with the sour, then yes, fair enough. But this one's an easy drinking, just it's hot. Drink this. It's really damn good. So yeah, it's not a bad rating, is it? So second beer, which I just had now, it's had 651 total check-ins, only 5 in the last 30 days, which then would, kind of works out that it's not around at the moment. So 4.3% ABV. It's had 575 actual ratings counted on this beer, and it's coming in at 3.83. So yeah, I'm giving this a 4. I think it's fantastic. Really damn nice proper summer beer. And that was pardon me, one was the last time anyone had this. So it's actually still around in South London, the Ghost Well, which you'll know really well in Brixton. So someone had it 11 hours ago. So it's still around. I'd imagine it's probably only around in the kind of London area, I guess. And yeah, so I'm going to cut back to, before I go on to the last one, because I don't want to kind of spoil the scoring for myself. So I'm going to go on to the Brick Brewery, which is, I think this is linked to eBrewer. So here's some of the beers that are available at the moment. I haven't got this link below at the moment, but I will put it down below. So I think this is the latest sour they have. So you pay postage basically for whatever beers you get from one brewery on eBrewer, if you wasn't aware of that. Because I know a good friend of mine, he I think he got like 15, 20 beers, and from probably that many breweries, and went to check out, it was like 500 quid, because you're paying like a premium for each individual brewery. So do bear that in mind. There's a few there I'd like to. I mean, the core range is not a problem to get hold of. I'd like to try that, but certainly I'd like to. I mean, it's like with beers. You think, oh, I want this, I want that, but you can't do it. There's a few other sours here that have come out more recently than the actual ones I'm drinking this evening. A pineapple and what's that? Matcha sour. I've got these 3 Combine Harvest. I've got this in the fridge at home. That's kindly given to me by the brewery at London Craft Beer Festival. Recently done this one with the West Coast. I've just gone past loads of stuff. Here's the West Coast. This is a beer I'd love to try. They done the hiking kind of series. There was 3 of them, but by the looks of it, they've only got 2 available at the moment. But this is a stout, I believe. And I've had my eye on this one for a while. Will it load? Will it load? That is the question. Oh, I have to do it like this, do I? Is that it? Really? It's a stout, 10% ABV. Mixture of dry fruits, nuts, and other food eaten, blah, 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 by hikers, yeah, typically known as in New Zealand, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, waffle. Let's get back to the main drag. It's going to work. Here we go. Yeah, so they've got, as you can see, why has this all gone weird? I don't understand. I don't understand this. Let me refresh. See what happens here. This is going downhill. Never mind. 100%. There we go. That worked. So yeah, they got like merchandise, caps, t-shirts. Come on, why has it all gone back up the top? Yeah, tote bags. You name it, they've covered it. So it'd be nice to get some of these things for sure. But yeah, anyway, let's stop sharing this stuff for a moment and go to the final part. And as I'm sweating already, we might as well go straight back into the chili beer. Wish it was a cold one. Right. So we'll get this back up on the screen so you know what I'm on about. That beer. Yeah. I don't know the score on Untapped, so I'm doing this kind of blind. Lovely. I mean, it seemed, whether it's just the water that's kind of taken that bit away, or the 2 beers I've tried before again. You think, oh, it's subtle. It's, look, that's all right. A couple of mouthfuls. Oh, it's a little bit of a kick. Oh, this is getting like silly. I would imagine this would be a great winter beer. Warm you up. Yeah, it's not subtle at all, them chilies. I'm not really picking up anything else. I think it's overpowering any kind of lime zest, as it says. It's nice. I mean, I've had other beers where the chili has been way over, completely burnt, not burnt, but proper, like I've had a curry kind of beer, you know. This is not that. This is more. It is subtle, but it's more than I was expecting, if you like. So for me, then on this one, I like chilies and stuff like that. So for me, I'm going to give this a 3.75 out of 5, which is a 7.5 out of 10. We'll do a quick screen share of the last bit for Untapped, and there's no comments, so here it is. Where did I get to on this? So this has only had 276 ratings, 8 in the last 30 days, and monthly, so it's just 30 days. 4.4% then. 245 actual ratings of this beer counted then. Coming in, as you can see, at 3.58. So yeah, I'm giving this a little bit more, but it swings around about. You know, everyone's got their own opinions of beer, which is great. But yeah, I'm giving it a 3.75 on that score. So, but yeah, mild spice, as it says. Yeah, mild. Definitely recognisable Mexican flavours for sure. Almost like a kind of a salsa-y kind of. I think that's probably a good way of putting it. A salsa kind of kick, you know, on this beer. So yeah, one little sip. We'll go to the final part. Incidentally, I picked this up in Source Market. So check the comments and then we'll call it a day and clear off. There's no more comments. There's still 3 people watching. Really appreciate if you watch the whole thing. I appreciate if you watch the rerun of this. I will be doing a Brewery Boon evening tomorrow, a bit later as it's a bank holiday. That'll be at 11 p.m. So if you're around, join me for that. The link will be on my YouTube page, so check that out. I've had one of them beers for quite a while, and let's just get these beers out of the way while the weather's suitable to drink them. That's what I say. So anyway, thanks to everyone who's watched. Vanessa, Stu C, Rory, Mr. Codes, Hopzine. If I missed out anyone, probably. No, that's it. And anyone else who's not commented, thanks for watching. Thanks for your time. Hope you have a great bank holiday weekend. And I will be seeing you on the next reviews. Cheers for watching. See you later.